All right, I'm back. Took a couple weeks off, but I'm back here for the update vid or the review video for week 4. Week 4 was tough for a lot of people. A lot of people had some bad weeks. Some people had good weeks and still lost. We'll go over that. We'll take a look here. We'll just jump right into it. Week 1, I played, or not week 1. Week 4, I played Pirelli. I lost that game 123 to 153. I really have no choice but to respect Pirelli, you know. He continues to win games. He won 11 games last year. He's 3-1 right now. He's in second. So no matter what he says or however little he knows about the game of football, he wins fantasy games. So, the Panthers play the Bears this week. So I'm going to talk shit to you regardless, Pirelli. Hopefully we win that game. But good win in fantasy. 153 points. Not quite the highest scoring team of the week, but you were close. But another win. I've lost 2 in a row now. I really don't want to talk about it. My team kind of sucks. We're just going to move on. But good job, Pirelli. Game 2 was Hunter versus Andrew. Hunter gets his 3rd win in a row. Hottest team in the league. Him and Garrett. The way that he started the season was not good. No bueno. No good. No bueno. But he's definitely picked it up. He's sitting at 3-1. He's got Derrick Henry, had a great week. And then Spardella, man. Every time I make one of these videos, it's usually off of a Spardella loss. And I get on here and I defend him every time. I'm like, this guy, he knows what he's doing. He'll bounce back. Unofficial former GM of the year before I started giving out those awards. But last year he wasn't great. And this year, my God, I sat next to you at the draft. I was kind of confident in your team, and you seemed like you were too. You spent a lot of the offseason scheming up and making draft boards and whatnot. So it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense that you're 0-4 considering how hard you worked. But damn, dude, I can't keep defending you at this point. I love you. You're a good kid. You're a solid guy, a funny, goofy guy that I enjoy being around. But holy shit, man, you got to do something here. You got to do something. The CD and Dak combination hasn't really panned out the way it should have. They're putting up points, but the rest of your team isn't really helping them out either. But hey, man, as long as you lay your head down on your pillow at night and think to yourself, did I do my best? And if the answer is yes, then I'd be fine with it, But if you're leaving things out on the table, you're not leaving it out all on the field, then you need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, am I Andrew Spardella or am I a bitch? And I don't think you're a bitch, but it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what, the historians will think when they look at the 2024 season and they see your record at the end of the day. What are they going to think? How are they going to process that information? It's up to you, my friend. It's up to you to make that change. Hopefully you will. Because right now you're down there with The Undertaker. You're down there with fucking Gumboat. Gumboat's so bad he had to change his damn name. This isn't where I expected you to be. But, again, I believe in you. So maybe you'll bounce back. Next game was the Toilet Bowl. This was Kinley versus Rocky. Another loss for Rocky. Man, tough. 92 to 85. I remember back in the day when Rocky had a good fantasy team and he would make some funny videos. He's been missing for a while. My friend. It's been 3 years since I've seen some good content from Rocky. And I can understand why, because the last couple of years, the teams he's fielded have not been very good. And here we are again. He scored 85 points this week. He lost. The guy he played, Kinley, only scored 92. It's not like Kinley lit it up. But a win is a win. So I would take that if I was Kinley. Again, Rocky, I need to see more. When are you going to become the motherfuckers? Okay? Because right now you're the dad fuckers. I don't know what that means, but you ain't no motherfucker losing when your team that you're playing scores 92. Ain't no motherfucker up in that bitch. No way. But This is so stupid. This is so stupid. Good win, Kinley. I'll take a win. I would take a win if I scored 5 points. I would take it. So Kinley moves to 2-2. Rocky down to 1-3. Rocky's the only 1-3 team in the league. So he's down there with the two other autistic folk. He's close. He's teetering on the edge. You know, Rocky's on the spectrum. The Undertaker and Chernobyl are fully on the spectrum, but Rocky's like kind of tethered. It's like a Venn diagram, but the Venn diagram is more over here for Cruz and Smart, and then Rocky's kind of just like eking his way in. He might be full-blown R-word soon enough. Next game, speaking of The Undertaker, next game was The Undertaker versus NFL Youngboy. Another big-time win for Garrett, 145 points. Great win, 3-1. He's usually always at the top, so there's really not much to say, like, at all. There really isn't much to say about Garrett's team. He's just always winning. Josh Allen didn't have a great week, but the rest of his team put on for the city, and, you know, that's all you can ask for. Cruz, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. I do love the new team name because I'm a big Undertaker fan, so that's cool. I love that. That's sick. But also, you got to start winning. And I know you can't necessarily control how your players play, but, I mean, last year you weren't great. You came in last the year before. And this year you might come in last again. And it's like, I don't understand, man. What's going on at the draft board? What's going on through your noggin? I don't know. I don't want to be too rude. I don't want to kick my boy while he's down, because that's fucked up. But hopefully you rise up from the dead, just like The Undertaker, and you get a win next week. But 0-4 is just goddamn. Next game, this was the game of the week, just because it had the most points scored in total. First Down Syndrome, Ethan beat Scooter Shooters, 158-134. Another big performance from Ethan's team. It just seems like every week he's just putting up points. I mean, Nico Collins is the definitive #1 wide receiver in Houston. It's not Diggs. It's not Tank Dell. It is Nico. And I'm pretty sure Ethan there's no way he went undrafted, so Ethan obviously drafted him. So that's a good pick. It's a good pick. He's great. And then plugging in again, I said this not last week, but week 1, plugging in Baker from waivers, huge time move, because Baker is just balling. Had a great game against the Eagles. Had a great game last night. They lost to the Falcons, but who cares? You know, as long as Baker plays well, right? And he did. So you're already off to a hot start this week. Did you start Baker this week? We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, this was for first place. Whoever won this game, Scott would have moved to 4-0, but unfortunately Scott lost. You know, I'm really proud of Scott. I'm proud of the kid, you know? Tumultuous season last year, and he's bounced back. He's 3-1. He's kind of eking out wins, kind of overperforming, but again, a win is a win. Who gives a fuck, right? So good for you. Good for you. I did just want to say, Ethan, I don't appreciate your words, okay? I don't appreciate them. We all agreed on the veto rule. I don't know how far you got to scroll back to look at that shit, but we all agreed on it, okay? So fucking shove your opinion up your rectum. I don't give a fuck at all. All right, moving on. But good job, Ethan. You're in first. Proud of you. The last game was Sharaman versus Luke. I mean, this was another toilet bowl. Luke's team is fucked without Rashee Rice. That's a big-time loss. Also, Sharaman bragging about beating a team that scored 86 points is kind of a joke, dude. Like, have some humility, have some be humble, you know? Like, you would have lost to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other teams. You would have lost to half the league, bro. So just table it, okay? Relax. But a win is a win, of course. But just relax. Luke, I don't really know what's next for you without Rashee Rice. You might need to make some trades, which I think you did. Speaking of those trades, I don't see any issue with any of them. Also, 10 of us have to veto it. So that's the rule. I'm not changing it again. Every single season, anytime anyone makes a trade, someone wants to go, Squid, oh my god, it's such an unfair trade. I don't, bite me, dude. Fucking, if we're gonna do this every time someone makes a trade, we might as well just outlaw trades, right? Like, fucking just shut up. Shut up. All right. All right. That's it, though. That's it. 86 to 110. Good win, Michael. I guess. Easy win. But take a look at the standings. We got a lot of 3-1 teams. 5 of them, actually. Beam, Scott, Garrett, Pirelli, Ethan. The highest scoring team in the league is Ethan at 588 points. He gives up a lot of points too, but it doesn't fucking matter because he's just scoring at the moment. So we got a couple of 2-2 teams, some mediocre teams. Myself, Shiraman, Luke, Kinley. Playoff bubble's at 6, by the way. So right now, Shri is on the bubble looking to get in. So is Luke. So is Kinley. I'm in that last spot. And then we've got, again, like I said, we've got the halfway autistic guy at 1-3, and then we got the full-blown AIDS folk at 0-4. Hopefully, you know, their season starts. Did you guys forget when the season started? It started a month ago. It's time to wake up. I mean, holy shit. I just noticed the points scored for Matt's team, and it's not even the lowest. It's not even the lowest. Kinley has scored the least amount of points at 382, and he's 2-2. And Matt scored 389. He's 0-4. So really, it's fantasy will be fantasy. Shit will happen. You'll get those wins eventually. I mean, Kinley also has given up 100 less points than Cruz, and it's not like Cruz is giving up those points. It just happens. So I don't know. We'll see if those two 0-4 folk can do something. Because right now it's not looking good. Not looking good for y'all. But only one man can finish last. So if it does come down to Andrew and Matt, I would love to see that final game. I'm sure that would be popcorn. It would be cinema, is what it would be. Moving on to the predictions for Week 5. Obviously, the game last night already happened, so some guys already have points. Looking at the first game up, myself versus Scott, I'm just going to brush through this, obviously, because I'm just going to pick myself to win. But I would not be surprised if I lose, because I really don't think my team is all that great. Beam against Kinley. Kinley, who did he have last night? He's got 23 points already. Mike Evans, Hall of Famer, obviously. You know, this one's kind of tough. The projections are 130 to 109, because, I mean, looking at Beam's team, I mean, he needs a big week from his running backs. I'm not a huge fan of Sutton. He's all right, but DK, I mean, if Geno has the week, Jesus Christ, if Geno has the week he had last week, then, I mean, over 400 yards, could happen. I'm going to take Kinley just because I love to pick the guy that plays Beam. I just like doing it. It's my favorite pastime. Next game is Spardella versus Luke. God, Spardella needs this win so bad. He needs this win so bad. And honestly, why is Luke projected 0 points? But Luke, why do you do this? You bench his whole team. I noticed this the other week. You did this. I don't understand. It's some kind of like trying to get in the head of your opponent, I guess. I don't really understand it, but I'm sure you'll put in your guys when Sunday rolls around. But I don't know what you're projected, obviously, because you're projected 0. Not that those projections matter. But looking at Spard's team, I mean, if he's got Jaden Daniels in at QB. I like that. When did you get him? Have you had him the whole time? Huh. I like that. I like that better than Dak. I like that. Okay, I'm picking Spard. I think Jaden Daniels shows up against Cleveland. And Cleveland has a, decent defense, good defense, but Jaden Daniels, I think he just makes them look like fucking Pop Warner teams. The guy's just ridiculous. And I wish the Panthers had him. But here we are. Doesn't matter. I'm going to take Spard to get his first win of the season against Luke. And Luke, I'm sorry, my friend, but the Rashee Rice injury might crush you. But you did make that trade, so maybe it won't. Next game is Rocky versus The Undertaker. This is a huge game for both of you. Like, nobody needs this game more than both of you. And if it could end in a tie, which it could, it won't, but it could, that would probably be preferable because one of you is walking out. I mean, Cruz just really needs this game. Cruz needs this game. If he wins this game and Spard wins, then we've got 3, 1, and 4 teams, and now we got a triple threat match for last place. Even better cinema. So I'm gonna take Cruz just because I just want that. I'm tired of seeing the O in your win column. It's just ugly. I'm trying to see that 1 in your win column. So hopefully you get the dub. Rocky, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Next game is Pirelli versus Ethan. Honestly, I have no reason to pick against Ethan right now. He already has 56 points. Baker had 23. Drake London had 33. Who did Pirelli have? Young Wei Koo had 16. Good performance. He also missed 2 kicks, so the fact that he still had 16 is pretty good. But right now, Ethan, I mean, just scoring-wise, hottest team in the league. He does have some guy named Sermon in at running back. Trey Sermon. I saw him on the waiver wire earlier. They play Jacksonville. I guess Jonathan Taylor's injured. I didn't know that. Zach Ertz, Wicks. Who's Wicks? Datavion Wicks, of course. How could I forget? I don't know. I think wait, you're not even playing Pirelli. Jesus Christ, you're playing Garrett. I think Garrett. I don't know. Garrett's team is Kareem Hunt is back in there. Kenneth Walker, stud. I'm gonna take Garrett. Fuck it. I'm taking Garrett. I just think the guys surrounding, Ethan still has Nico Collins, but everyone else on this lineup, other than him and Robinson Jr., I really am not too high on. But, Garrett's got Josh Allen, Tyreek. I mean, obviously Tyreek doesn't have a quarterback, but I don't know. Maybe he'll do something. He is Tyreek Hill. Reed is nasty. Dalton Kincaid should be better than he is. I'm just going to take Garrett. I don't care. Fuck it. And then the last game of the week, Sugar Shree versus Pirelli. This is going to be a tight one. I really don't know who to pick. Let me look at the lineup here. Lamar, Kyler, Jamar, Keenan Allen, Judy. Schraman has a better receivers, but Pirelli has better running backs. Tight end Travis Kelce had a good game last week. Maybe he's not washed. He had a decent game last week. I'm going to take Pirelli. I think Pirelli wins this game and moves to 4-1 and back up at the top or near the top. He already is he's second. That's week 5 in a nutshell. Taking a look at some recent transactions. Let's talk about this trade. So Cruz gets Joe Burrow and Garrett Wilson, and Beam gets James Conner. Now, do I think that's veto-worthy? No. Do I understand it? I mean, not really. I feel like that's a lot to give up for James Conner. I mean, but whatever. Cruz really needs that, though, because I don't think that Aaron Rodgers at QB is a consistent fantasy option. Maybe he'll be like, maybe they'll win games with Aaron Rodgers, but as a fantasy player, I don't know. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. We got to wait for those other trades to go through to talk about them. I'll talk about that next week. But that's the recap. Energy is low. It just is what it is, man. It is what it is. I don't see myself doing very well this season. I don't see a lot of other people doing very well. But the guys up at the top, Ethan, Pirelli, Garrett, Scott, Hunter, more power to you. Keep winning. Keep doing your thing. Please, for the love of God, quit the whining, okay? I feel like a kindergarten teacher sometimes. I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of it. That's what Ethan sounded like this morning. I actually deleted the first video so I could make this one so I could say this. Please, can you just act like you're 25 or however old you are instead of acting like a 9-year-old? Fucking stop, please. Fuck. Holy shit. All right, good luck to you all. For those of you coming to Charlotte, I will see you soon. Much love, and I love big asses.